So let us see note. Right here, first note is, all alkali metals having only one valence electron, right? All alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, having one valence electron. Therefore, all alkali metals having one valence electron, their IE1 is very less, because they can lose one electron easily. IE1 is very less, whereas IE2, IE3 is very high. It means, so IE2 is sudden jump, right? So IE1 is less, IE2 is very, very high. It indicates that it has one valence electron. It is a alkali metal. Next, we know that alkaline earth metal, all alkaline earth metal having how many valence electron? 2 valence electron. So since they have 2 valence electron, their IE1, IE2 is less, whereas there is a sudden jump in IE3, or IE3, IE4 is very high. If any element having IE1, IE2 is less, IE3 is very high, it indicates that it has 2 valence electron, that is alkaline earth metal. Now similarly, IE1, IE2, IE3 of an element is less, whereas IE4 is very, very high, or IE3 jumps suddenly, which indicate it is a 13th group element which is having 3 valence electron. So that means based on IE values, we can identify a given element has how many valence electron. Right? Important. Alkali metals having one valence electron. Alkali metals having one valence electron. Therefore, their IE1 is very less, but IE2 is very high. IE2 is very high. Or there is a sudden jump in, IE2. Next point. Similarly, in case of alkali metal is IE1 is less. What about in alkaline earth metal? Yes, alkaline earth metal having 2 valence electron. Therefore, IE1, IE2 is less, but there is a sudden jump in IE3. Of course, IE4 also more. Right. So next, right, alkaline earth metal having two valence electron. Therefore, their IE1, IE2 is very less, but IE3 is very high. Right. Or there is a sudden jump in IE3. Yes. Jump in IE3. Next. Similarly, what about 13th group element? 13th group elements having IE1, IE2, IE3 is very less, but there is a sudden jump in IE4. Right. 13th group elements have three valence electron. Therefore, their IE1, IE2 and IE3 is very less, but there is a sudden jump in IE4. There is a sudden jump in IE4. Okay, now let us take one example. Okay, take an element IE1 comma IE2 comma IE3 and IE4 are 2.1 electron volt comma 3.3 electron volt comma 200 electron volt comma 350 electron volt respectively. Right, identify the group of element. It is alkaline earth metal, because you see, yes, IE1, IE2, IE3, it is IE1, IE2 2.1, it is a 3.3, right? It is a only one digit, no? But now from IE2 to IE3 it is suddenly jump, right? It is a 3 digit. Okay, of course it is also more, but you see, from here to here suddenly jump. This is possible only in alkaline earth metal, because they have 2 valence electron. They can lose 1, 2 electron easily. They cannot lose third electron. If you want to remove third electron, which is required very, very high energy, that is 200 electron volt, which is corresponds to only 13th group element. Therefore, answer is second group element. Second group. Okay, next. One more question. An element IE1, pardon. An element IE1 and IE1 comma IE2 and IE3 are 3.5 electron volt comma 6.3 electron volt and 3000 electron volt respectively. Okay, respectively. What is the an element? Take M, an element M, IE1, IE2. Okay, what is the formula of sulfate? What is the formula of sulfate? Okay, and listen. An element M, right? M, it's IE1, IE2, IE3 given. It is a 3.5, 6.3 and 3000 respectively. From 6.3 to 3000, it is sudden jump or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it means it has how many valence electron? 2 valence electron. It means metal M has 2 valence electron. It can lose 2 valence electron, that is M plus 2.
SO4 minus.
And we want to write its sulfate formula. So sulfate is SO4 minus 2. So therefore its formula is MsO4 is the sulfate. Understand? Sometimes they ask chloride also. Tell me, if they ask chloride formula, what is it? Yes, M is a plus 2, Cl is a minus 1. Therefore, MCl2 is it's chloride. Chloride, sulfate, carbonate, whatever they ask, you can write. It means they may ask formulas also of compounds. Okay. Next. Next is, there are some exceptions. Let's see. Under note only, write under note only exception. Exceptions of ionization enthalpies. Right, some exceptions already we have studied. Let's see first S block element. Come on, tell me, for S block element is there any exception for ionization enthalpy? No. Down the group increase in S block. Alkali metal, for example, alkali metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Is there any exceptions? No. Down the group decreases, no? Not increases, decreases, no? No exception. Even beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, it is also decreases. It means there is no exceptions in S block. Important. No exceptions. Next, P block. Yes. In P block there are exceptions. Let's see what are those exceptions. Right. Exception is exception found in 39-14 group. Do you know 13th group element? Yes. Important. This was the question appeared. 14th group element. Can you tell me what are 13th group element? It is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Right? 14th group elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. Usually down the group decreases, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Down the group decreases. Here also down the group decreases. So therefore it should be like this, no? Right. But there is exception is this. It should be like this, no? Decreases, no? But there is exception is here. Exception is indium supposed to have more than this thallium, but it is observed that indium has less than thallium. Important. It is due to screening effect. You have studied screening effect, no? Yes. Inert pair effect, screening effect you have studied, no? Yeah, same. Here also same. Lead has more than tin. Important.
Because F block enters thallium with the.
Yes. It is one exception. Next, another exception is, that is we have studied in second period, third period, fourth period. Right. Can you tell me what are the second period elements? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Right, these are the second period elements. Next, what are the, yeah, come on, tell me. Here is sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. Next here, third is potassium, calcium. No, 13 group, no. 13 group, tell me. This is first group, second group. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We are studying P block, no? Okay. Can you tell me? 13 group element, boron, aluminium, gallium, carbon, silicon, germanium, G, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, neon, argon, krypton. Tell me what is exception here. You have studied last class, beryllium is more than boron, right? One exception. Shall I write here? I'll write here. So beryllium is greater than boron, right? Next, another exception is nitrogen greater than oxygen. So nitrogen is greater than oxygen. Okay. Similarly, you see in beryllium, magnesium also greater than aluminium. Same. This is also you have studied. Magnesium greater than aluminium. Similarly, even phosphorus is greater than sulfur. Sorry, yes. phosphorus greater than sulfur. Okay, now here also, and you see gallium, yeah, calcium also greater than gallium. Next, arsenic, selenium greater than selenium, right? These exceptions are important in p block element. We have studied last class the same thing. Once again I am giving in exception form because questions based on exception are important. It is in p block. Next, in d block elements. Next, yeah, in d block element, right? Let's see in d block. In d block element we have 11th group, 12th group. Sorry, first let's say 10th group, 11th group. 10th group, 11th group. Okay. Next, in 10th group, 11th group, can you tell me elements of 10th group? Elements of 10th group? Nickel, cadmium, no, nickel, palladium, platinum. You should remember. Next, copper, silver,
gold.
Yes, gold. Right. Now see, the exception is here, palladium and silver. Usually, see, this is 10th group, 11th group. So 10th group to 11th group, it is period, no?
Increases.
It should be increase. Now what's supposed to be? Silver supposed to have more ionization enthalpy than palladium. Usually this is supposed to be happen. But here exception is silver has, Ag has more compared to palladium, or palladium has less. No, once again, no, it's exception, no. Yeah, exception it is. Palladium, yeah. Palladium is more than silver, yes, Ag. Then what is the reason here? See, reason is very simple. If you see the electronic configuration of silver electronic configuration, it is a noble gas, of course. Which period it is? Comes 5, no? 5d10, it is a 4s1. Copper, silver, no?
4d10.
Yes, 4d, 5s. Because copper, no? Copper is 4. This is the 4th period, it is 5th period. Right. 4d10, 5s1. It is silver. Then what about the palladium? Palladium electronic configuration, it is a 4d10, 5s0. 1 electron less, no? If it is a 4d10, 5s1, 1 electron is less here. 4d10, 5s0. Now tell me. Now here you see electronic configuration. Silver has 1 electron in outermost, that is 5s, which can remove easily. Which can be removed easily, no? It can be removed easily. Why? 1 valence electron present wherein 5s. Whereas in case of palladium, valence electron present in completely filled d orbital. So it means it is very close to the nucleus. 4d is something close to the nucleus compared to 5s. Therefore, the removal of electron from 4d difficult. Therefore, its ionization enthalpy is more. Okay, this is one exception in where 10 and 11th. Next, there is another exception is 12 and 13th group. Take down. Next is group 12 and group 13. Can you tell me what are the group 12th element? Copper, zinc, mercury, right?
Yes, sir.
So zinc, cadmium, mercury are 12th group. Then what are the 13th group? No, gallium, because boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, no, indium. Okay, boron is a second period, it is a third period, it is a fourth period. Therefore, zinc is a fourth period, right? So after zinc comes gallium, next is indium comes, next is thallium comes, right? Now here also the exception is observed in between these two. Now what supposed to be? Now it is left to right, decreases, no, sorry, ionization enthalpy increases, no, left right increases. It means indium supposed to have more ionization enthalpy than cadmium, thallium supposed to have more than this mercury, but it is observed that cadmium is more than indium and mercury is more than thallium. It is also electronic configuration, right? The electronic configuration of cadmium, so it is 4d10 5s2, yes, not same, no, it's 4d5s2, right? Similarly it is 5d10 6s2, even there is a 4f 14 will be there. Okay, this is the stable electronic configuration. Cadmium is 4d10 5s2, it is a 5d10 6s2, both are having stable electronic configuration. Then tell me, what about indium? It is a 4d10 13th group, no, 5 yes, 5p, very good, because it is a 13th group element, 3 valence electron. Next here also it is 5d10 6s2 6p1. So therefore here, now they have, of course it is a one electron here, but you see here stable electronic configuration. Due to stable electronic configuration, cadmium, mercury have more ionization enthalpy compared to their respective element, after element, that is indium and thallium. So this is also exception, important. Here cadmium is greater than indium and mercury greater than thallium. Okay. Applications of ionization enthalpy. Applications of ionization enthalpy. 1. You just tell me, ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to metallic nature, yes or no? Ionization enthalpy inversely proportional to metallic nature, yes or no? How? When, yeah, as the ionization enthalpy decreases, metallic nature is increases, right? So therefore, example like alkali metal. Now tell me, in alkali metal, down the group, what happened? Down the group, ionization enthalpy decreases, metallic nature is increases. Therefore, cesium is a good metal, it has more metallic nature. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So down the group, metallic nature is increases because its ionization enthalpy decreases. Therefore, IE is always inversely proportional to metallic nature. So therefore, based on IE value, you can identify the metallic nature. The IE value of so and so 1, 2, 3 metals given so and so value. So lesser the IE value, more will be the metallic nature. So therefore, it is first application, you can identify the metallic nature. Next, but we also know that metallic nature is directly proportional to electropositive nature. More electropositive nature, more metallic nature. Therefore, IE also inversely proportional to electropositive nature. Electropositive nature. So more IE, less electropositive nature. That means, now tell me, alkali metal, down the group IE is increases, IE is decreases, then what about electropositive nature is increases. So which metal is more electropositive nature? Cesium. Next, third one. But we also know that, next is, this metallic nature also directly proportional to reducing nature. All metals are good reducing agents because they can lose electron. They can lose electron, no, means they can undergo oxidation. So metals can undergo oxidation, therefore they are good reducing agent. That means reducing nature directly proportional to electropositivity, reducing nature directly proportional to metallic nature. Therefore, ionization enthalpy also inversely proportional to reducing nature or reducing power. Next, fourth one. Ionization enthalpy also inversely proportional to reactivity of metal. Reactivity of metal. It means, yeah, when ionization enthalpy decreases, their reactivity increases.
So sodium has more reactivity compared to cesium.
No, sir, cesium has more reactivity.
No, cesium is a highly reactive. Sodium metal, when you drop in water, it catches the fire. Usually happens. But cesium, you need not to drop. You just open the cesium bottle, automatically catch the fire. It means it absorbs the moisture and releases hydrogen gas, which catch the fire. Right? So that means cesium is a highly reactive metal, not sodium. Okay. Next. Tell me, next is a metal with low ionization enthalpy. A metal with low ionization enthalpy can lose electron easily and it can form the cation, and it can form the ionic compound also. Yes or no? If any metal can lose electron easily, it form the cation. When it form the cation, obviously it form the ionic compound. Therefore, and a metal with low ionization enthalpy can lose electron easily to form cation, and which can also form ionic compound. Next, yes, a metal with low ionization enthalpy can lose electron easily and form cation and ionic compound. Okay, but one important point here, reducing nature is inversely proportional to IE. Okay, it means what happened in alkali metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, IE decreases. When IE decreases, nature should be increases. But you might have studied lithium is a strongest reducing agent, right? How it is strongest reducing agent? It's not supposed to be strongest. Cesium supposed to be strongest. So it's hydration energy. But we study later about this. Remember, lithium is a strongest reducing agent, not because of its like increasing, what do you say, not because of this increasing size. It is due to hydration energy. It has very high hydration energy, negative hydration energy, right? It is due to high negative hydration energy. Okay, so it is about ionization enthalpy.